other people's strength, either it's physical or magical strength. He admires uh, that type uh, of quality other creatures have. That's why he has an interest in not only in his own elven history but also a giant and dragon history.
Yeah, Gorm will probably put loyalty much higher than honor. Sometimes you'll have to do unhonorable things for what you believe is the greater good. And well, if you don't have loyalty of the others, that's you're pretty much alone. And I think that's probably a death sentence in Mordia.
Mm, yeah, true.
I think
But
Mikhail probably
yeah,
values uh, honor and loyalty at the same level. Loyalty to his people and who he serves, and loyalty to his friends, and honor in his craft. And well, he shows his honor through his actions and the things he makes.
okay. I think Svenja would rank them as pretty high and important, as amongst other things, a student of the old sagas and um, what makes Vikings Vikings. Recent events, however, has made her realize that it is not as simple as blind honor and blind loyalty. So she is evaluating that. So how she would show up for others is still to be brave and to protect the weak. So that the traditional Viking values, but she is deeply contemplating what that might mean.
Hmm.
Loyalty is to be earned. Honor, well, sometimes you have to get rid of stuff. And if that is considered dishonorable, so be it.
Ooh, interesting.
That's a goblin.
Yeah, Svenja. I mean, Kamala, how have I already made that mistake? That that Kamala's definitely got a slightly different set of morals, I think, to the rest. But so some very interesting answers. I think definitely some things we'll be exploring. But have we got a recap tonight, Lawson?
Oh yeah, shit. Mm, yep, yep. So last session, so Trimir saw that thanks to see invisibility spell, he saw that they were being uh, listened in on by a invisible tabaxi, and unfortunately, this tabaxi resisted the spell, hold person, and got away. Uh, what like meanwhile, the party, they are currently trying to get the favor within what is this place called Sakato Toha Toka.
Skakutopia.
Okay, yeah, Sakatoka. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. So yep. So basically, trying to ease relations within Sakato Toha, and right now they need favors from some favor from the military leader Astrid, the spiritual leader, uh, Freya Stormcaller, and the uh, blacksmith Bjorn. And right now at the moment, we discovered that the Jarl of Sakatoa like his daughter was missing for a while, and we recently learned that the party saved the daughter a while back. It was in the swamps. It was Isolda, the red-haired woman, and when that was found out, uh, uh, Gorm mentioned that they can bring Isolda here if they have a branch of Yggdrasil. And apparently, Sakatoa does have a branch of Yggdrasil they can use. And so the party prepares with the with escorts by Sakatoka and 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 the party to bring back Isolda. But uh, oh yeah, and other details to note is that right now, our giant friend, what was his name again? Hyorin. Yeah, was that his name? Hyorin. The ice giant.
Yeah.
Who? Oh yeah, who? Yeah, right now he's getting quite impatient, wanting to head to the giant forge, but is willing to wait 2 more days as using a branch of Yggdrasil's, it takes a lot out of Gorm, and it requires like another day to use it again. So right now, Hyorin is getting quite impatient. So we really have to move ASAP if we don't want Hyorin to like rampage all around angrily. So that would be bad, especially if we're trying to ease relations in Sakatoa, and if Ice Giant is rampaging around, that would be bad. And not only that, but the sound Sakatoka being is being addicted to dragon's blood, and some of the citizens don't like that. Like the spiritual leader Freya doesn't like doesn't like how dragon blood is affecting the people here. So the hags have some influence here in Sakatoka, and at the moment, it seems we've heard that some forces are being prepared to help the hags. And right now, at this moment, we're trying to ease tensions with Sakatoka and Brodovik, and hopefully dissuade the forces from marching and assisting the hags by finding Isolda, the long lost daughter of the Jarl, and bring her back here to show that she's okay and fine. Yep, and that's
Yeah,
what
so
we're doing right now.
a quick point of clarification: the Eric is the
Blacksmith.
blacksmith, not
Oh,
Bjorn.
okay.
Then
Okay.
also it is the Yggdrasil thing opening that gate. It's not that it's something that takes it out of you. It's that you can only travel through once a day safely. There's only like you can only really pinpoint it once a day. But because the
Oh,
tree
okay.
is constantly sort of growing and moving, those gateways can become misaligned. And so if you try and travel with it more than once a day, there's a good chance it's going to be a harder trip the second time. But you can use it multiple times in a day. It just gets more dangerous the more times you do that.
Oh, okay, understood. I'll write this in my notes.
Yeah, that I mean, I don't think we've really clarified that up until this point, but yeah, that is how it works. And where we will be rejoining you now is where the elves had just gone and met with the blacksmith, and well, they just went to go and tell the giant, and they've just met back up at Rand's temple, where they met up with the blacksmith and two other people uh, who have been sent to join you on your journey to help you out. So the three of them are going to be joining you, and upstairs, Mikil and Gorm, you guys are currently with Freya, and she has taken you to the top of this um, temple, where on the inside there is this tree growing in the middle, and it seems to be that this building is kind of built around the tree. but where you guys are right now is up there on the balcony, as the elves are down below, looking up at you in the rain, and you guys can describe to me how and what it looks like as you open Yggdrasil.
Hmm,
Well, do you want to have the honors going?
yeah. If you
Sure.
want some reference, yeah, I can imagine it's almost like God of War Ragnarok in how they were transporting.
Yeah, he will like like take the rune and point it towards the tree, and let's just say like the vines move around like in a circle, and in the middle of it like a door, like a glowing, or like a door forms from like branches popping out from the vines. Like, then we just have to open the door and go through. We can't
Forgot
hear
how
you,
to-
DM. Oh, there we go.
Sorry, I just forgot how to unlock the the door. But yes, there will be some chanting from the Freya's shamans here and all of these priestesses, as there are gasps of awe. As none of them have seen this being opened before, but as you open this gateway and it parts, the light from beyond, uh, Freya will turn to both of you and just say, "Well, I wish I'd known about that before. Good luck to you both, and uh, I hope you return safely. Just don't lose those ones along the way, will you?" That blacksmith is kind of prized in Skapitoka, she says with a slight smile and gestures over to the group where you can see the rest of your party waiting with the other three.
Well, we're not planning on losing anyone, so we will stick with that plan.
Yep. So
You
so
will
right now
see
we have three people from Sakatoa with us. It was Bjorn, Svarga, and Eric.
Yeah,
Ah, okay, gotcha.
there is at the top there, you should be able to see a little stairway into Yggdrasil.
Yep.
If you
Should
are
be clickable.
heading that way, you can, yeah, if you're going that.
Looks disabled.
Still. And
Yep,
okay. Is it unlocked?
still disabled.
For now?
No, still disabled.
It's weird. It's not disabled on my screen.
Interesting.
Right.
Still the same.
Okay, one more. I don't understand why it's done that. Come on. Right now.
Still here.
It's not disabled.
It works.
It works.
Yeah, I'm in Yggdrasil right now.
It
Dev
just
can
says
even confirm that because they can see.
it just says you can't use the stairway. It looks disabled.
Yeah. Is it disabled to us? Or should
I
should
just
refresh the page?
reloaded the application and then it worked.
Okay, I'll try doing the same then.
Just drag
Okay, I'll
everyone
try
through.
reloading
So,
on my end.
well, I've dragged you through, so I can just activate the scene. If you get caught on the other side, just let me know. And your tokens should be on the Yggdrasil map. Okay, is everyone on the Yggdrasil map?
Sean, you still loading for me? Shit.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep. Right now I was just refreshing my page.
Well, as you all step through and this other trio follows you in, being their first time on Yggdrasil, they step through and are just looking around in shock and wonder as they can't quite believe where they are, as everyone spreads out into this strange patch of land that seems to be growing onto Yggdrasil, and with many of the roots connecting here, turning into what look like the trunks of giant trees themselves. And you can see that on the door next to the one that you guys leave, you can hear the scratching sound of this massive creature that is just clawing at one of these closed doorways. And you can see a couple of these lintworms that are moving around.
And one of them is sad.
Okay, someone's stuck there. I'm gonna can't see the player list because I've got so
Svenja
much.
is not there. We can see. I don't see Svenja on the. Oh, it was supposed to be here. Never mind.
Okay, no, that's fine. Just there was I could see there was a player on the other map. Couldn't drag you over. So yeah, everyone should be here on the map. I'm not sure, Svenja, can you actually see anything? I've got the shared
Yeah,
map.
I can see the map.
Yes, you all step through. You can see there are some worms on the one side, and in the distance, up at the top, you can see Emir, who is going about his business and doesn't seem to notice your arrival, as he seems to be in conversation, or he seems to be talking to the lindworm up in the one tree there, trying to convince it to come down.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
whisper. So, the giant tree man, he's a friend. The lizard-looking ones, not. We'll head to the door. If the tree guy spots us, it's fine. Maybe even have a chat. I'm not sure what will happen when the lizard creature spots us. So let's try to get there quietly. And if not, we run for it.
So
You know how to get around this place?
Not our first time here.
So we're following you then. Come on, boys. Stay away from the worms. And the Bjorn just says, "Don't have to tell me twice," and they will all be following closely behind you.
yep.
They like roll for stealth or just
No,
moving.
at this point, you know you're pretty safe. The ones that are down there at the bottom don't seem to be paying you much attention, but being that it's the first time you've used this in a day, you know that you can probably get across without any issue.
All right.
Right. So we can just click on to Sirius Tower.
Yeah, you can if you're not stopping to chat to Mimir. You can see that he seems. You can give me an insight check actually as you're moving past, and you just hear him going,
Okay.
"Please, you don't want to disturb the fairies. You know you're supposed to stay here." It's not what he sounds like. But
Okay.
Been a
so
while.
Just 11.
okay, yeah, with the 20 Gorm, you can tell that he seems to be somewhat distressed about these lindworms that are around. You can see these ones look slightly different to the Nidhogg's you fought before. Not entirely sure what the difference is between those creatures, but these ones
Hmm.
seem to actively be going for the doorways, and
Wait.
he seems to be trying to get one to move away from that doorway.
Okay. I wonder. Can Trimer make a nature check on knowing what are these lindworms? Essentially, can I do that?
You can. You. It seems like Mimir is just having a chat to this one though. From your side, he doesn't seem like there's a problem with them. But
Okay.
Gorm has known this guy long enough. But yeah, you can make a nature check.
Yeah. Like wanting to know like what are these creatures and here what are they doing? And just a low roll 11.
So an 11 would be enough to know that there are many of these sort of serpentine worm-like creatures that gnaw on the roots of Yggdrasil. And you know of the legend that at the very base of Yggdrasil is this massive worm that it's like one of the big mythological features um, of Yggdrasil itself is the worm at the very bottom, and these seem to be smaller versions of those. But you've seen in the times that you have traveled along the branches, you've seen different variations of them, and some look more like worms, some look more like dragons. It's you don't really know the difference between any of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll open the door and usher everyone inside. Mimir can take care of them. It's fine. They might look
Okay.
different, but I don't think they are any less deadly.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, only Gordon notices. I don't think Trimer would notice, but yeah.
Okay, so as you make your way through this doorway, a similar portal to the one you just walked through opens, and you step out into the grasslands that surround the Seder Tower. You can see a big bonfire next to the tower with these magical runes swarming over them that seem to just be like a living cloud of runes over the fire. And in the distance, you can see the land dries out with these tall mountains that look somewhat out of place with uh, they look like they belong in some sort of desert, but they are here on the plateau where most of you have been before. and you will see the Seder Tower stretching up beside you. The doors are open. You can hear that there is quite a bit of commotion actually coming from the inside of the tower, but the weather is much nicer. It is not raining like it just was in Skakatopia. The skies are blue, and it is. You can hear music coming from inside. Actually, you can hear a drum.
So this is the Sadir's Tower. Whoever we're looking for should be here. Don't stray too far away. There are what looked like dragons to the west last time we were here. Yeah. The druids here are nice. Repay them by being nice as well.
Yeah, you see them all looking around in confusion as those three are trying to figure out how far they've just traveled, but they don't inundate you with questions. They just seem to be muttering amongst themselves in amazement.
Dave, can you move me over to the new map, please, on Yggdrasil with Mikkel's token?
Okay, I don't know why Mikkel's still there, but
No, I'm in.
you made it.
I'm on the. I forgot the name of it. The red map.
Yeah, I can see you made your way through, but
Awesome,
there is
thank you
another
kindly.
there is another doorway. I'm not going to stick around here for long, I don't think, but unless anyone wants to do something outside, there is the doorway that will lead you right into the tower.
Yeah. I I think nothing so far, not yet, but like having our escort find Isolda is a priority. Knowing that, oh, there she is, she's safe.
Inside we go.
You know when you've made your way through and pull everyone down. Don't run in just because you just want to wait for everyone to get there.
Sorry, just move me across again, please.
Yeah, I'm just
Lack of
waiting for
token.
everyone to move.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're all here.
Right now I'm not on the map because right now it's from my screen it's basically it's going to default my old character. That's why.
What?
Oh, I'm just
Change
saying.
your old character.
Basically I'm saying that because I didn't because I'm not like clicked on to my character and because of that basically its default is that it's connecting to like my old character sheet. That's why and I'm not sharing the senses of my new character right now unless I click on them.
Okay, well, you should be able to change that just by clicking on your name in the bottom left and choosing a character. But I don't see what that has to do with the map that you're on.
Oh, right now I don't see myself in Sears Tower. That's all I'm saying.
You're there. Just your tokens on the right.
I'll
You
share
see
my
it?
screen. I'll show you what I mean.
You're on the. He's right there.
You see the like an inn.
Right, I'm showing my screen.
Okay, yeah. So you haven't moved maps. That's what's happened. I don't know how.
There.
Okay. Is everyone on the Sears Tower map?
Yeah,
I
I
can
hear.
see myself.
Yep.
Cool. So at this point, you are going to see that there is quite a lot of activity coming from inside, and I will get to you in a second, Svenja, as you are upstairs, and you can hear the commotion down below, but it has not quite drawn your attention that much as you have been way up there. But we'll get to you in a second, as the rest of you are just walking into the tavern that is on the bottom floor. You can hear quite a lot of celebrations going on and some familiar voices as well.
I can imagine that we all entered through the tavern looking around.
Yeah, you can move your tokens.
Okay, there you go. I was having a bit of connection issues, but it's fine now.
Looks like
And-
someone hasn't traveled too far.
Yep. And moving inside, we and like this time you're seeing the sister here, right? And right now the other elves in the room.
If you can see it on the map, your character can see it, yes. So you
Oh,
you
okay.
look around and yeah, you see that sitting at a table is Lady Kira, and Magnus is busy talking to them. You can hear that there is a drum being played by the local bard from Broudevik, obviously not Svenja, the other one, Quadrum, and yeah, you see that the other party that left on the other ship have all arrived here for some reason.
And, yep. And so seeing this, I can imagine Trevor going, saying, "Ah, Kira, you're here." Like to his sister.
Oh, brother, I didn't expect to see you.
Huh.
Back so soon.
Well, neither did I, but somewhat in a way. We, uh, my companions here traveled through the branches of Yggdrasil, to this tower. Where apparently we were, when we traveled west, we traveled to the city called Sakatoa, and apparently, from what I've heard, the Jarl of Sakatoa ha- has a has a daughter who's missing, and apparently the daughter is here in the tower.
Really? That come pull up a seat. I'd love to hear what you've been busy with. Magnus will continue this a little later, and you see Magnus look between both of you and just sigh as he says, "All right, well, get us some drinks then, shall I? And he starts making his way towards the bar.
And yeah, and Trimer takes a seat, and he mentions like, yep, a lot of things has surely happened. Well, one of the highlights is that before reaching the town and while we were traveling west, is that apparently there is a green dragon in the area.
She will. Yeah. So before we get into all of the stories, because
Okay.
there may
Okay.
be other people may want to get involved.
Okay.
As you
yeah,
and
sure.
Kira start catching up, we'll go to the others and we'll get back to that conversation in a bit. As
Oh yes, of course.
as yeah, the rest of you, is there anything you're doing as you're immediately entering the tavern before we go up to see what Svenja's up to?
I was going to go to the bartender and ask if Svenja is around.
He says, "Oh, good to see you. Yes, Svenja's upstairs. She's been helping the girl recover her memories. I suppose those of you who have completed the trials, you are welcome to go and see her, but the rest, I'm afraid, must stay down here." You'll see the elf that is already standing at the bar, the woman that is like, she's like, looks like she's built like a Goliath, but is an elf. And she just looks down at you. She says, "Oh, look who's here. I thought we were the only ones that had barely gotten a stone's throw from Braudevik."
We had an unplanned detour here, but tomorrow we'll be on the way, hopefully sailing west.
"Oh, we must talk. Perhaps I can switch teams. Your little Magnus buddy is a bit of a wet blanket, I could say."
The Jarl's son.
As he says that, he arrives at the bar as well and just looks over and goes, "Hey, Gorm, good to see you." Just orders a few drinks.
Afternoon, Magnus. To see you alive and well.
Yeah, that seems like the elves wanted to take the trial, so. You sunk your ship yet?
Just a small detour. It's intact.
And is it full of any riches? We've struck out so far, I'm afraid. Damn lizards are just getting stronger by the day.
Potentially an alliance with Skogatoker, which will allow trade. But as of actual gold, I'm afraid not.
Oh well, that's too bad. I guess we'll see when we get home who's able to bring in the bigger haul, but hey, well done. If you can get us allied with people on the west, I'm sure my father would be very happy.
If you can find it, well, anything of use here in the east, I'm sure you will impress him as well. Say it yourself,
So-
there isn't much here.
We'll find something. I'm sure of it. And as that conversation is happening, you are served a few drinks, and yeah, I'll leave it up to you if you do want to go and find her up at the top. But we will move to the top floor where Svenja, you are up in the library with Isolde as she has been wandering around looking through books. And yeah, so have you. When you're ready to, you can make a history check. But other than that, you see Isolde is walking around nearby. And what do we see Svenja do?
Okay, so in terms of elapsed time, just to sort of get me on the right page, how long is it since, how many days, weeks have elapsed since we last saw? Looking at a couple of days, or it's been longer than that, a bit of a while?
It's been a while. It's been, I think, when was the last time we saw you?
A fight in the forest with Shapeshifter, when I forget the name, when the hag uh, nearly beat us up.
Yeah, then I think it's been like a month.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been about a month and a week since we last saw you, I think.
Okay.
I may be misremembering that, but yeah, it's been around a month.
Yeah. So, okay, what Svenja has been doing is trying to find stories, songs, sagas, and things that might help trigger memories of Isolde to help her try and recall it by trying to link into something familiar. So she has been having a whale of a time reading through all sorts of old books and things. And as she hears the sort of the disturbance downstairs, she kind of look over at Isolde saying, "Hey, does that sound unusual? The noise, the racket downstairs." I don't know what progress we have been making. I guess I'm imagining that it hasn't really been working well. We've been trying, but with limited success so far.
Yeah, you haven't really come across much to help her, but you can give me a history check to see how much you have managed to progress and what you're finding now, because yeah, that distraction downstairs is starting to seem.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, wow. What a nice welcome back roll. Thank you.
Yes. Clap.
okay. So with that, as as you're standing saying this, you found an old book of songs and you recognize the beat of the drum on the bottom floor. You can tell a bard has arrived, and it's like you kind of want to get down there. I'm sure, but when you're looking through these songs, you will come across a few local uh, songs written by local bards over the years, like in the surrounding areas, and you will see an old song about Skakutoka, not not all that old even, just um, singing about battles that Skakutoka has had, and that there are these stories about the Jarl and his family, and you will see that in here there will be a kind of being a bard, you're able to look through it and understand how these stories actually came about. You can kind of see the real story behind these sagas, and you will be able to pick out in these songs the names. And one of the names that comes up again and again is Isolde. It seems to be a family name passed down uh, along with the moniker of Stormheart. And it seems like if Isolde is a Stormheart, they sing of these fair-skinned, red-headed maidens in their familial line, and she definitely seems like she fits the bill. There's a good chance that she is like nobility in Skakutoka, but she doesn't remember anything before being captured by the hags or being released from that crystal.
Okay, so what we do know that she is from Skokotoka about it.
You've just figured that out right now.
Ah, okay.
That moment where this is the first like real juicy information that you've had this whole time.
Um, She would be pretty excited to call her over and say, "Hey, look what I have found." Um, and but I guess Isolde is not seeing what Svenja is seeing. She did. I mean, she did have some bardic things. So she'd say to her, so Svenja would think, well, I'm hearing a bard downstairs. Maybe if we sing some of these songs and tell some of these stories together, maybe that triggers a recall. So she would sort of check in with Isolde. How do you feel of us trying to get someone to sing these songs or tell
Well,
the stories?
I don't know, Svenja. There's lots of red-headed lasses all over Morty. I doubt that I'm some sort of nobility. But sure, if you think it'd help, I'd be willing to try.
Excellent. With boundless enthusiasm. Um, do we have to check out the books out of the library? So is there a rule to circumvent here by just sneaking out with the book, or
Currently, the two of you are basically considered to be like Volva working in this tower. So you are free to come and go as you please. This is yours. This place is now, it belongs to Bradavik in a sense. Like you are enough of an authority in Bradavik that they would have to answer to you. The seer maybe not so much, but everyone else here would respect your authority as this is your tower essentially.
excellent? So we shall ponder. We shall toddle downstairs with the book in tow and Isolde and go and see what the racket is. I mean, hopefully it's a moderately competent bard downstairs that can help us with the drums and the rhythm and the performing of the songs and things.
If you look
I'm
at the
assuming
book,
there's no way that she could recognize Codrin's style. He's not that good that she would say, "Oh, that's Codrin. I know that song."
yeah, it's offbeat. Oh god, I'm gonna kill whoever's playing downstairs. No, but there is the bookcase right beneath your token there should lead you down to the bottom floor.
Aha, that works. There we go. And guess we have to go through the door. Oh. And I guess as she walks through the door, she sees Mikkel and Camilla and everybody there, and she would like just give a sort of a shout of happiness. I would say a squeal, but I don't know if she's in a squealy kind of mood. She, oh, hey guys, hey, and just sort of almost sort of parkour across the bar and smash into Gorm, who's in front, and give him a hug, and Mikkel pat on the back, and just make her way through everybody. It's complete disregard for any what is perceived to be good behavior from a senior leader. God help us. Oh my God, she's not that. So that's the reunion. And would get drinks from the barman. Oh, you already sorted. Get drinks for her and Isolde.
Yeah, Isolde will also rush up to Gorman and Mikil, not having seen the others yet, but probably to Camilla soon enough after, as she remembers you guys as being the ones who saved her and brought her back, and she will greet you. Just, oh, I'm so glad you came to visit. I was starting to wonder if I'd ever see you lot again.
Here we are.
Camilla does not like hugs, does she?
You're welcome to try.
Okay,
I hope
we're
you don't get
trying.
stabbed.
What do I roll? Grappling check. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pretend to just reach out to shake her hand and do a deception check. And if she reaches out into her, how does that sound?
Ooh, interesting. Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck. That did not work well.
And gone is
Carmelos
the
is
hand.
coming. Oh, well, it was worth a try.
Yeah. I wonder, does Carmel have advantage on all her wisdom-based checks?
Ah,
No, I don't think so. I'm acting with you.
You rolled her insight with advantage. That's why.
Yeah, that's because she's well fed after drinking the blood. That is
Oh,
what
okay. Oh,
gives her
I
advantage on
see.
perception and insight.
Oh, okay.
both of those would have survived. Both of those would have made it anyway. If they were higher than very pathetic roll.
Uh-huh.
You will not guess what I've just found in the library. Senya would sort of brandish the book. Kind of have a cautious look around. I wonder if this is something that is good to discuss. Most of the people in here we trust, but she maybe pulls everybody over the table, not shouting it out across the entire bar, and will share what she's just learnt about. These are songs from Skokatoker. They might, Isolde sort of kind of looks like, sounds like the girl in the songs that they're talking about. And the name pops up. So this is like too much of a coincidence that I just found this just as you arrived. She'll be sharing that kind of story with everybody.
It's a matter of it's not a coincidence. This is why we are here.
What? You knew I was going to find the book?
No, we came for Isolde. She's the daughter of the Jarl of Skakatoker. She was lost. And when they described her to us, we had a hunch that it's her.
Oh, okay. See, sweetie, I told you. Now, I was wondering. Oh, hi, Codrin.
Sorry.
I was wondering if singing some of these songs might help restore her memory.
Saying something, DM?
Yeah, so as you kind of turn to Quadrum and Svenja, you won't quite notice as he would quite happily step in and say, "Oh, Svenja, yes, come, let's play together. I've got the rhythm, you can get the vocals." And he will invite you to join him on the table he's standing on to play these songs. But the rest of you may notice, or maybe not. But when Svenja says that to Isolde, you see that she had gone over to the other table, and Eric is sitting next to her, just looking at her with these wide eyes, looking like he's in shock. But he kind of takes her hand and just says, "Isolde, it's really you." She just pulls away from him, like in shock. It takes a step back, and she doesn't seem to recognize him.
Do we notice it as Svenja goes to play?
Yeah, you guys will probably notice that as she's who you came here for, so you would have noticed her now just pulling away from him, and then just walking sort of towards you guys, just saying, I'm sorry, I don't know yet." And she makes her way to your table there as Svenja and Kodrum are preparing a song.
Yeah, I'll just say it's fine. And I'll pat her on the shoulder as she passes. Go to the other table. Yeah, apologies about that. It's probably one main part of piece of information I completely forgot about. When we rescued her, her memory is well, was and still is severely damaged. She doesn't remember anything before the time we found her. She was locked away in some sort of crystal. The hags took her. That's probably the last part she remembers.
You can
I
give
don't
me
think
an
she
insight
does.
check.
Oh,
Sorry,
never mind. Go ahead.
carry on. But insight check from Gorm.
Nice.
What were you saying there? Try me.
Oh, I was just saying. I think other than Isolde remembering her own name, I think that's what all she remembers.
Yeah, that was even something that you kind of that I think Onyx sort of helped her to remember, but everything was a bit foggy then. She seems a lot better now. To be fair, those of you that know her, she's looking a lot healthier. But Gorm, you notice on his face when you say that she doesn't remember anything, he with the 23, there's a slight look of like relief on his face. He tries to hide it, but he looks a little bit like oh good, and then just say, oh that's terrible. We must do what we can to help her remember, of course.
Yeah, we're hoping. Well, Svenja, our resident bard, found some old songs, and perhaps taking her home would help her recall some memories.
Yes. We shouldn't keep her here for too long. I'm sure the Jarl will be eager to have her back. But do what you must to regain her memories, and then we can go. And he just seems to look at her with some concern in his face. But
Yeah, those creatures we saw on the tree, if we let them to cross today, they will most likely be much more aggressive. It is safer for us to spend the night here and leave first thing tomorrow morning. I believe they have beds here.
Yep, they do. And hey, we haven't seen each other in 5 weeks. Mead and song and catching up and stories and celebration.
Eric says, well, I don't mean to be a party pooper or anything, but if you don't want Skakutoker to make a deal with the hags, they are having that meeting, possibly as we speak, most likely sometime tonight. If we do not make it back soon enough, they may still make the deal, even if we can bring Isolde back. It may be harder to convince them if the deal has already been made. But I will not force you. And you are the ones who have found her, I'm sure. It is up to you.
Hmm. Ooh.
Okay, so we can hand wave at Svenja. Yeah, so Svenja say, wait, what? Deal with the hags? Just she's obviously not aware of it, but we don't have to go through that conversation unless you want to. Just there is okay, shit. Let's
You are
what do you
playing
think?
at the moment, Svenja.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, so I think,
Um,
I mean, I know that Trymere sort of was getting into that sort of catch up, but we'll say because Svenja, you and Kodram are now playing a song just as this is happening, you've just organized this. You can give me a performance check with advantage from Kodram to try and play this song and hopefully awaken some sort of memories for Isolde, as the whole tavern seems to turn their attention to you two.
Okay, that's a 23 for Svenja. Codrum has got bardic inspiration. I don't know what you want to roll for him.
Oh well, he'd be giving you bardic inspiration as well. So it's kind of,
Okay.
he was helping you to give you advice,
Okay.
but you are both playing together. So I'd say you can roll that bardic inspiration you just gave him, and it's your own.
Hey.
Okay. So that's a 26 in total.
Okay, that is definitely a success. So, is there anything in particular that we see Svenja doing as they perform this song and just take the whole tavern into this music and telling the story?
Yeah, so I think because he's playing slightly offbeat, it's almost like a dubstep syncopation, jazzy kind of performance, not the usual sort of primitive drum thumping thing. But Svenja would then weave in the songs, the tunes, bits and pieces of the saga. Given that she'd seen the underlying story, she wouldn't be performing the song as written, but almost try and blend the bits and pieces of the various songs and the stories into bits and pieces of verse, almost rap-like, plus then the more traditional singing, chanting, bardic performance, to weave all of the stories about Isolde in the word with the name Stormheart. She will weave in repeatedly, and whatever she knows about where the name comes from, the Stormheart, is that sort of reflecting bravery or a particular link to the elements and so forth. So she's trying to create that sense of a noble princess, and the deeds that she's doing and how she fits into her family.
And as you do so, you'll see most of the tavern is like just getting into it. Some of them like dancing along, some of them just trying to join in the beat, banging their mead on the tables. But you will see on Isolde's face, you see she's kind of enjoying it at first, and then she slowly stops nodding her head, and she seems to almost be dissociating somewhat as she just stares at you, and she seems like she's looking right past you, and slowly tears start to well up in her eyes, and she starts shaking her head as the performance goes on, and just as you reach this sort of crescendo, she is going to burst into tears and run across the room towards one of the bathroom doors.
Okay, so Svenja would sort of jump down and run after her. I did not see on the map which direction she ran.
She ran on the right here.
Okay, so kind of semi-mid performance almost. Run after her and whoop.
Podrum just carries on playing, like dancing on the table. Is just transitioned into the next song. But at this point, yeah, the rest of you see them rush off towards the bathroom, and Isolde, when you get there, can see she's sitting in the corner, just sort of hugging her knees, rocking back and forth, and just crying, as it definitely seems to have awoken something.
Okay, so look at a Svenja with crying woman. She'd sit down next to her, just offer her a hug, and wait until she's ready to talk. Maybe hum some sort of calming lullaby kind of tunes softly, but maybe not consciously, sort of semi-unconsciously, just going into the humming some calming music till she's ready to talk, and then she will say to her, What did you just remember? What happened?
I think you're right. I am his daughter, but Svenja, it was him. It was my father that sold me. He sold me to the hags. I don't know what he wanted, but that's what those men were talking about when they let me out. I don't think that they were trying to hurt me. I think they were trying to sell me back to him. I think that's what they wanted, but those hags must have realized that they'd made a mistake letting me go and sent the trolls. I can't go back there, Svenja. You can't let me go back to that man. He's evil.
Oh,
He's a fucking madman.
oh,
Hmm.
oh, oh.
Hmm.
Well, my gosh, I have a plot twist face right now. Like I'm in shock. I was like, oh.
Hmm.
The three elves sitting at the table next to the bathroom, just like with their ears kind of perked up. I'd say, Crimea, you can give me a perception check to see if you're overhearing this.
Come on, perception. Do not fail me. Come on, perception. Do not fail me now. Yeah, 24.
Oh yeah.
The roll's not showing up on my screen, but yeah, 24 is definitely enough. You overhear that whole conversation, and as does Lady Kira, as she just gives you this look of shock, like it doesn't sound like things are as you were just explaining there. You may have to do some convincing, try me.
Mm. Yes, or either some improvising on this man that on Isolda's so-called father. Yeah. So yeah, you can go on to Svenja's thing as Trimer's like pondering, thinking about this.
Yeah, Kira goes back to
Sorry.
Kira goes back to eavesdropping as well as they try and consider what they've just overheard. But yeah, is Svenja doing anything? She seems to be kind of grabbing onto you, just pleading that you don't send her back.
Okay, so the first thing she'll say to Isolde is, "We'll get to the bottom of this. I will not leave you undefended." Why would he do something like this? Do you know? Actually, so does she? Can I roll a perception check to see if she can hear if she can pick up that Kira and them are overhearing, eavesdropping? 19.
Yeah, I'd say not, because they are like you would know that there's people outside that may be able to overhear, but there is Codrum is playing the drums. Like
Yep.
if they were the elves, they probably wouldn't be. They're fairly private here. So yeah, you don't know that they've overheard you, but you do see that Isolde seems to trust you, and she does seem to calm down a bit and believe that you will do what's best.
Okay, we need to consult with the others. Is there a sort of a meeting room off to the side where we can have a confidential or more confidential conversation somewhere? We can't go up to the library because not everybody's allowed inside. But if we can
All of
we
you
can go
guys have
back.
you guys have all completed the trial, so you can go upstairs. You guys are free to move about this tower as you please.
Yeah,
Trymere is the only one that might have a problem.
yeah.
So Trymere is the one that Svenja hasn't actually met him, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So you can have your meeting without Trymere. That's fine. With Trymere, with his perception, like he understands you guys will be talking about related to Isolde and her father stuff. But yeah. So you can have your meeting without Trymere. That's fine.
There are lots of other rooms on the bottom floor. Like you don't have to. You know, there's plenty of places where you could go and gather away from the actual tavern that are not necessarily going up into the tower. But
I think that's the plan. Yes. So let's grab Isolde and everybody and go. I mean, we can move around on the map if you want to, but or also we can just sort of theater of mind say we have found a quiet space and we're having a chat.
no, well, that's the point of the map is to be able to go find those spaces. So there is, like behind the bar, that room that you walk through. There's a table there, which is generally that's closed to the rest. Yeah, who's when you say everybody, who are you actually trying to get? Because I mean, it seems like half a crowd of us here at the moment, and a bunch of elves that you've never met.
It is giving me pathing problems. Token collide.
There was a door there.
Yeah, this is good enough, I suspect. So consulting with.
So just are you joining them there, Trymere? I see you're the only one that hasn't gone through.
Oh,
you can.
Oh, I can join. Okay. Yeah, like hearing about the conversation. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. Where did they go?
Off here
can you go here?
to the left.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, and as I guess as Gorm or Camilla with. Did we get properly introduced? Again,
no, not yet.
Who is this? Do you? Yeah.
Oh yes.
Who is this elf? Do we trust? Do you trust him?
Yeah, he's from a village up north. Onyx was living there as well.
Yes. Hello. I'm Trymere, and let's say I've overheard what you were talking about. So I understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah. Svenja Ingvold's daughter. Pleased to meet you. So she will then say to the party, here's what Isolde has just remembered. Yes, she is in fact the daughter of the Jarl, and he is the one that sold her to the hags, and I have promised her that we will not take her back and leave her there before we know what's really going on here. And it's going to take some convincing for me to leave her there. From what I understand, you have met this person. How does this fit? Does it make sense that he would have sold his daughter to the hags?
We haven't met the Jarl yet. We met three important people in the city and convinced them to help us. Well, to convince them to convince the Jarl to let us talk to him. But they said that if we bring him his daughter, he'll probably do as we say. So none of the people who spoke about mentioned anything like that. Just mentioned that you left and disappeared, and that he was looking for her, and then fell into depression.
and 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 I would like to add, right now we are aware that Sakatoka is being involved with the hags. Apparently, some of the population are hooked on dragon's blood, from what I've heard.
Shit, not that again. With Svenja did not see you coming in with the with the other people, the other three. They were sitting at a table downstairs. But what okay, so you're being asked for a history check there. Go for that.
Make our history
Yeah,
check.
just
Make our history.
for additional information if there's something you may have forgotten. But yeah, it's up to you. You don't have to roll if you don't want.
Ooh, man, I'm rolling a lot of 19s.
My God, you guys are hysterically good with history.
No, we just rolled high.
Well, I am proficient, but but I have a low intelligence, +1.
Check those modifiers. Awesome. Holy shit.
Mikkel, do you want to roll your history check or no?
I lost connection for a moment, so I'm currently booting back into the game.
Okay, well, yeah, you can roll it if you want, just to see if you get a crit. But you guys, those are high enough to know that you they also said that there was a massive bounty on bringing Isolde back. That the Jarl is supposedly offering around like 10,000 gold to bring his daughter back.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Trymere, from what you've heard, like you just overheard her saying that that's what those men wanted. They wanted to take me back. You get the impression she was talking about the men she was talking about sound like they were bounty hunters, that they were in it for the money.
Okay. But also overhearing that from Svenja and Isolda's conversation that apparently her father sold Isolda to the hags. Did he? Right.
Yeah, that's what you've just heard from her. That you, Svenja, and Isolde are the only ones that have heard that information. But that's kind of the big thing.
Okay.
That's just
like right now, Svenja didn't share that in character.
No, she would have shared this with. I mean, so okay, Tamir, you may or may not know that Mikkel, Gorman, Camilla, and Svenja are childhood friends. We literally grew up together, so we've known each other for over 2 decades now. So she trusts them implicitly.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so you would have shared that information about Isolda, correct?
So you said that you came in with some other people from the town. Maybe what she'll do is she'll ask Isolda to peek through the door, and now that her memories are back, see if she recognizes any of them. She
Well,
did
she
not
was
have
seen-
seen. Yeah.
the man that was speaking to me earlier. I feel like I do remember him. It's still foggy, but I think he was. I think he might have been a blacksmith.
Oh, you are correct.
You don't know about the other two. I mean, the one's wearing a mask, but I don't think I've ever seen them before. But I remember that one. I think he was. I think he was a nice man. But she just seems quite like she's reeling, all of these memories coming back to her, and she's still trying to sort through them in her mind.
Hmm.
Should we we offer Eric a chance to come and talk to us without Isolde present. So this is where you need an urchin. You can say, go fetch the seer, tell her that we've got some of the memories back. Because there's a couple of options here for Svenja. The one is to get Isolde sort of get over the shock and maybe sort of lock the things in. She wants to have a chat with Eric that may be borderline interrogation-ish, or with the people that you came with.
When when I mentioned to him that Isolde lost her memory, he did seem kind of relieved. So he probably knows something, just not sure what.
Oh. Hmm. How? You guys have just met them and traveled a little bit with them.
The elves
coherently?
came to the village after they. Actually, I'm not sure why they came to the village, but
Ooh.
the
Oh, damn,
blacksmith and the
Isolde.
two others, they were like I guess technically forced to come with us. That's the only way they let us use Yggdrasil to get here. Would have taken us days, if not. They also mentioned that the Jarl will have dealings with the hags tonight, and so either we get he said that we have a higher chance of convincing him if we get there tonight before the dealing, but if he's lying about that as well, yes, need to find out.
Hmm.
Yeah. Out of character. Yeah, what was that history check for Isolde?
Yeah, so Trymere, you notice that Isolde's like, as she's been trying to rack her brain, her eyes widen again, and she just seems to be staring at the middle of the table, like she's just had this realization, but she hasn't shared it with anyone at the group. But you can quite clearly see that she just remembered something, and she looks like she's in shock again.
Miss Isolde. What is it? Something else you remembered?
That man, Eric, I think
The blacksmith.
we were betrothed. I think we were meant to get married. I think he's
Oh.
my. And she's like looking at the door, just like with this look of confusion as to how she couldn't have remembered him, but she still seems confused. But she's like, I'm pretty sure we were together. This is the first any of you are hearing of this. He did not mention that to any of you at all.
Yep.
Would you be okay if we call him in here?
Maybe just talk to them out there while you stay here.
Should time your mention. I can stay out and I'm gonna keep watch on the other two escorts that came along with us. Make sure they don't do anything suspicious because we never know. Is that fine?
Sounds good to me. Okay, I'm making big assumptions that Eric and the other two might not be on the same side. On the basis of zero data.
Then I'll just go talk to them right now. Just stay here until listen in. Fine. I'll just go talk to him.
Yeah. All of us?
I don't think they will start attacking here. They'll die. And they don't wear their ride home, so let's hope for their own sake they're cooperative then. And I'll head back.
Yeah,
Yep,
let's.
same with Trymir.
I think Isolde can stay here if she wants to. I think it's probably better that she actually stays here. And
Yep. Someone
Yeah.
stay here and watch. Watch it.
ooh, I'm having so much fun moving this token through that little bar around the bar.
It wasn't a wall on the bar because of that before, but then I got them to walk around by themselves, so I have to actually put up walls. Otherwise, they're just vaulting over tables every 2 seconds.
Again, sorry, memory fails me and I can't. What is Lady Kyra's connection to us again?
Oh, he
Sister
was
of
on.
Trymir?
Yeah, and he was Onyx's wife, the wife of Onyx.
Who's dead?
Yes, Onyx is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Does
you
the
haven't
word
met any of
lady?
the-
Okay.
You wouldn't have met any of the elves here. They are all, you know that Storm said that Trymir is from a village up in the north, and you saw them sitting together earlier. It seemed like maybe they knew each other, but when you hear that that's his sister, you assume that they come from the same village in the north, and you would know of there are very few elven settlements in Mordia, but you know that the northernmost point in Mordia is an elven settlement called Vordavet, which is probably where they came from, but you can only really tell that because the one standing at the bar is so ripped, and the elves that come from Vordavet are notoriously like bodybuilders. They're all pretty jacked.
Except for Trymir. Trymir, not so much.
Steroid bunnies. Okay, so the proposal here is we will sit down and talk to. I was just realizing that she's up in the library, so she's any of those. Well, the rest of you came in with their weapons and armor. Good for you. Sit down and say and introduce herself. I am Svenja, Ingvold's daughter. I am Isolde's guardian and have been for the last 8 weeks since we've rescued her.
Thank you for taking care of her. I'm Eric Ironhide. I have come to retrieve her and bring her home. Is she fit to travel?
Maybe. How did she get to be a prisoner of the hags? And like full on all senses tuned. We so specifically watching him for lying, like, or can't see Svaga, but body language, everything. So fully tuned to what is the response to that slightly direct question.
Yeah, you can give me an insight check as you are watching. See the actually.
Not her strongest point, but let's see if the dice plays with us. Inside 16 for Svenja.
So yeah, he says it was a terrible tragedy. We are not entirely sure what happened, but she went missing a couple of months ago, and everyone has thought that she was dead. But her father misses her very much, and if I'm being honest, I do myself. Is she all there? And I'm going to roll in private. But
Roll. Oh no.
Does that tell you what kind of check I just rolled?
I don't see anything on the
No.
screen.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't say anything.
Okay. I was just gonna say it would be pretty useless with like persuasion and deception if it just says roll the deception check. But yeah, you can tell that this guy, he definitely seems like he's genuinely concerned about her, but he also seems like he's definitely hiding something. Like he's kind of lying by omission, and there's more to the story than that. But he does genuinely seem concerned about it.
It's fairly clear why you're concerned, as any loving and caring husband would.
You know, does that mean she does remember him? He looks quite like excited as you say that. Like there's a hope that returns to his face.
She also remembers a different story of how she got lost.
So you can roll intimidation if you want, or persuasion or deception, depending on the sort of angle you're trying to take here. But you do see that that kind of changes his expression in that moment.
Oh, 13.
Yeah, so with the 13, you see his expression change, and he looks between the two of you. He says, "Look, it was a crazy time. I have my regrets, but all I want is to see her safe and returned home.
Okay.
I
So
never meant
Sven,
to get mixed up in all that business with the hags, but I swear it was not my fault."
Svenja's going to try the good cop angle, the persuasion thing. So she's going to say to him something along the lines of, I can see that you are hurt. I sense that there's something terrible there that you're not telling me. I'm not yet ready to just take it back. So I need to know what really happened. She's going to try and persuade him to
Come on.
give her more info. Oh,
Ah,
okay,
so
okay.
close.
No.
I saw that nat 20, but then rolled to a 2.
Ah, no. So a 2, great.
Yeah.
I think maybe we have party inspirations if you want to reroll. I'm just not sure if
Ooh.
we have any left. Let's see.
Yeah, we should.
Wait, am I fucking snoozing? Hang on, I can cast Flash of Genius on.
We have 2 left, so we can use one from the source pool to reroll.
Okay, let
Yep.
me reroll.
And
DM,
Mikhail,
what-
you can
what-
Flash of Genius, but you also have an inspiration yourself, I think.
that is true, but I want to know, like, how inconspicuous can I do the Flash of Genius? Like,
How does it technically look like? Like, what does it say?
I mean, it doesn't say
can imagine.
anything, so I suppose.
Yeah, I can
Well, I
imagine
mean,
you
it
having
depends
like.
how you. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I can imagine you like speaking some encouraging words like please or something like that.
That would make me a bard. I'm just gonna like use my brain power like Jimmy Neutron style. Just
Point out something like
yeah.
say you might as well answer truthfully. We have been nothing like, lying to you. Let's
I'm gonna cast
help
that on,
convince him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast that on Svenja. So that'll be 18
Okay.
instead.
So I'm going to use
Yeah.
the inspiration to re-roll. Okay, and
Okay. You did
I
even
34.
more. Yeah, 34.
So yeah, with the help of Mikhail's years of having to like sell, like people trying to bullshit you in the market, you know how to negotiate, and you're smart enough to know how another blacksmith operates. You know that this guy, if he is the blacksmith, and there's certain tales that if like Mikhail is uniquely able to pick up on and sort of share with Svenja ways that you would be able to convince him personally, and with that, it makes it a 29. And yeah, what is it exactly that you're trying to you're trying to convince him to share the stories?
Yeah, so to tell us the full truth. So what really happened?
It's all right. Look, the Jarl was the one that made the deal with the hags. You have seen how terrible the dragon's blood addictions are in Skokatoker, and he is perhaps the worst off. He was not in his right mind, and in order to keep me quiet about it, he has given me status and power. I have been trying to get people to find her either way. I was hoping I could use the power and resources he was giving me to find her. And that is why I've happily joined you here. I was hoping I would not have to bring up all of these details, but I assure you the Jarl must feel some regret. He would be overjoyed and forever in your debt if you could return. Those hags are a plague on our people, and I would not want to see anyone else suffer the same fate. I'm just glad she's alive.
So let me get this straight. You took the status and power in return for keeping quiet, and you're telling us to take her back to someone who sold her to the hags for the power and the dragon's blood. He is still addicted to the dragon's blood. How is this possibly even remotely safe for her right now? We're familiar with the dragon's blood addiction. It's not really curable. He will do anything to get it.
Yes. And ooh. Oh man, damn it! I thought I had a brain fart. I was thinking about something, but then I lost the thought.
He just says, "Look, I understand how it looks, but he was not in his right mind. That dragon's blood is a poison, and it is the hags providing it to him. If we do not stop them now, they will surely convince the Jarl to side with the hags for more of that damned stuff, and they are going to side against Brodovik. If we can bring Isolde back, we can undo the wrongs that have been done here. Convince him not to align with the hags, to just go back to the way things were."
Excuse me, Sveta. Is it all right if I share on what we heard from Isolde's end?
Yeah, I think so. Well, so hang on. The other two have been silent. Before we go further with them, what do they say? What do you two say? Masked person, take your mask off maybe so we can see your face and see if you speak truly.
You see these reptilian eyes staring back at you from under the mask as he just kind of glares back at you, the one with horns, and the one next to him just goes, "Hey man, I'm just here for a paycheck. We were told that you guys needed some backup, so here we are. Just following orders, man." The other one just glares at you, like as you're asking him to take off his mask. He doesn't seem to respond, but you hear a low sort of growl from under the mask.
Yeah, she'll point over to Icases behind and says, "You're my."
Yeah, Crystal, your mic is making some weird sounds.
Crap.
It's like you're
Let me see if
farting when you're talking.
Hmm. Thank you for that. Hang on,
Yeah.
bear with me.
Serving prospect
Let's see. Better?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
in much.
Okay. So take the headphones off. Eric, do they work for you? Do they work for the Jarl?
I think they work for the head of the army there.
Okay.
And all right,
Yeah.
may I share what we heard from Isolda, Svenja?
If these two are hired mercenaries, they maybe should go and wait outside because they can be bought. How much are they paying you? What is your paycheck? Should we buy them out? No, yeah, if they are not trusted insiders, let's bring Isolde to talk to Eirik only.
Okay, I'll say you can give me a persuasion or an intimidation check to try and convince them to go and sit somewhere else.
I'm
As
always going to go with persuasion.
Damn it!
God, 14.
okay, anyone else helping with this? As they just kind
Yeah.
of seem to
Yeah.
be standing there, like sticking
Okay,
with
yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, I'll try and make my persuasion. I'm good at it. Nice roll. There we go. 25. Like where Trimir
Nice.
says, some personal information was it's all that shared. So I think it would be best that right now only we right now only confide in both Eric and Isolda, hearing both of their ends.
You see the one with the mask, sort of as Svenja is talking, lean onto the table, just glaring at her, and then as Trimir says that, Bjorn just goes, "Come on, it's not worth it." But and he just sort of punches him in the arm, and the two of them walk away towards one of the other tables. They will, yeah, they'll go over to where Bodrum is.
Yep.
in
And
that
yep. All right. All right. Then Trimer will ask once again, like, can he share what here on Isolda's end, because this is pretty important on
Yep.
what he's trying. Oh yes. So Trimir says, yeah. So right now we, from what I've heard from these people, is that when they saved Isolda, apparently apparently she must have met one of the hired men that you're trying to find her. But from Isolda's end, basically we've heard the hags didn't want to let go of Isolde, so sent in trolls to try to capture Isolde again, and that is when these people saved Isolde. How do we not know if the Jarl will just sell Isolde back again? Since the hags want her back.
I don't know what the hags would want, but they are. They tricked him. They did. They have got some. I don't know. You know how fake creatures can be. They make you give up the thing that you love the most. I don't know exactly what they promised him. I don't know what they wanted with her in the first place. But I'm grateful to you for saving her. That was never meant to be fate. I'm glad that she is alive. I don't know what the Jarl. I see no reason why he would sell her again. He has put the bounty out for 10,000 gold. It's not some uh, meager amount. At first, I thought perhaps it was just to cover his own tracks, but I suppose there is only one way to find out.
what do you think, Svenja? You've been with Isolde the longest.
I am not yet convinced that it is safer, but we might be able to go with some sort of proof of life, Eric's word, to say that she's alive, and that once we know that he's not going to make a deal with the hags, and we are sure that the dragon blood addiction problem will be solved, because this is the bigger concern, is when he starts craving the dragon blood again, that he will either fall under their spell or the fey creatures. So I'm not ready to take her back yet. I'm happy that we go there and say that she is safe, and that we are willing to negotiate an alliance. And when we are sure that the alliance is solid and that her safety can in fact be guaranteed, we will bring her. What does that sound? Your proposal?
Well, I like that idea. I, you probably know more, Svenja, since you've been studying the books. But like, are there any magics that could use a person's hair? Because we could take like a lock of hair as proof of, well, the fact that she's alive. I'm sure the Jarl would know what his daughter's hair looks like.
Yeah. What we can do is we can ask the seer if she can allow a scrying portal or spell that we can cast from that side so that he can see her, and make sure that she is safe. Or alternatively, that there is, if the seer can give us the ability to teleport her out there if things go wrong. So some sort of long distance, essentially long distance spell. So that might be worth asking for. But we have, the word of Eirik and these two mercenaries.
Mm.
What? Okay.
Yes, Svenja, you would know that if you wanted to ask for permission to get the scrying, Ursa would gladly give that to you as you see her busy talking with the other guys she's just bringing them some drink. But you know that, yeah, I don't know if you actually know that spell, but if you did have scrying, you would have the permission to get a scrying orb going here.
Want to use scrying to do what? To
So what the scrying spell will do is allow him her in as being alive and well. So we'll have the word of Eirik and the two mercenaries, and he will be able to see her. Maybe one of the mercenaries can even stay here as see here. She's next to the person that we left a couple of hours ago, or you left a couple of hours ago with. It's kind of a photo of today's newspaper equivalent, but using magic. Does this sound too convoluted? I don't. Yeah. She's open to being convinced by you that she will be safe, or that we will be able to keep her safe. What I don't know, because you've seen it, she hasn't seen what the military strength is of the Jarl and his forces. So what I don't know. So what Svenja might be thinking, she may be thinking what you guys are thinking. Well, what about the Valkyrie? So she'll sort of, when Trymere is distracted, whisper to Mikkel and Gorman Camilla, I cannot access the Valkyrie right now. We cannot rely on that coming into to help us if there is a massive fight. We cannot. We cannot use force in this particular case. We have to use diplomacy. So that's why she's so worried about guaranteeing Isolde's safety. She's feeling fairly puny and weak right now. Not that the lot of you are not capable in combat, but we will be 4 people against an army. how, so just dipping out into metagaming, how common is the idea of noble hostage or having noble princes and princesses or children of Jarls going to live in the city of the other town to maintain the peace or some sort of
He
diplomatic?
will attack us, I'll say. He'll most like that. It probably convince him more that we are holding his daughter hostage and attack us.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This will not be. This will not look nice.
I'd say like out of metagame, as you were asking, that like that is probably a thing that does happen. Like that sounds like those deals are probably made, but yeah, you, as Gorm says, they've encountered these people, and you know that relations with Skakutoka after the battle with Ailson were not good. That Radovic doesn't have a lot of friends in the west. That is a whole different. It's not part of the same region, so those lands are not under the king's banner. So these are truly foreigners, and it's a much more delicate sort of situation than allied places exchanging sort of brides and husbands and whatnot.
Mm.
With the support of all the people he trusts, especially if we bring the daughter back. Just have to make sure that actually, I'm pretty sure if we get her back, he will be more than happy to help us. But if it's true and the hags forced his hand or controlled them in some way, which is not out of the equation, is all they did lose all of our memories. There is a good
I feel
chance
like
everything will return to as it was, and not bringing her and bringing proof that she's here might just anger him.
I feel like no matter what, Isolde is not going to be very happy to see the man that sold her.
I guess it would be good to ask her what her opinion. Gorm, do you
Speaking
think
of-
we can-
Sorry,
Eric?
Sorry, you're asking Eric.
Yeah, so I wanting to, yeah, I think we should ask Isolde what she wants, and then we have to decide what the risk is of getting her captured by the hags again. My memory of the hags is they're pretty powerful creatures, and they're not going to let go of this easily. So it's not a simple discussion. I'm expecting bloodshed.
Well, it's probably good to mention that the hags are not there. It's Kragatalker, just one representative of them.
Yes.
And
it was.
we are organizing an attack against them. And Kragatalker is currently leaning towards the hags, and with the daughter returned, they most likely drop their support. Maybe if we manage to win, maybe I can even. I have knowledge with potions. Maybe the hags have something I can use to reverse the effects of the dragon's blood. I didn't really have a lot of time to try it.
Okay. That changes. I guess that changes the risk profile for me. The hags are
Yes.
there.
No, they're not. They're or at the swamp. They did recruit a creature. We heard a very powerful one. But we also have our own help. And
Okay.
again, as I said, Skagatorker leaving them, not even joining us in the battle, just leaving them will tip the scales towards us.
Yes. Basically, have Sakatoka cease their support of the hags.
Okay, it'd be good if we can get them to allies, but that might be a step too far. So okay, shall we ask Isolde what she wants, or convince her to go with us?
Yeah,
Um,
let's talk to her. And
course.
we should probably head out soon if I believe Eric. And
Yeah.
if they're having a meeting right now, we should probably get moving as soon as we can. I know it might be a risk, but
okay,
we need
well,
to make a run for the door.
let's bring her down, and she can have a chat with us and with Eric, and then I guess I should armor and
Yeah.
weapons and stuff, and we should go.
Yeah.
For Trymir, he'll mention that he'll like remain with these escorts. Yeah, keep a watch on D Street.
Again, I don't think
Okay,
they'll
yeah.
do anything,
Yeah,
but
never know.
I'll
But,
go get
go on.
Isolde.
Yes.
As you guys start heading back, Carmilla, have you and Isolde been talking about anything, or have you been doing anything here while the others have been sort of interrogating Eric?
I've been keeping eye out for Isolde, and it's like, so how did you and Eric meet?
I think I met him when I was just a girl. But we were around the same age. Just I never paid much attention to him, but he became quite a prolific blacksmith. He made all sorts of strange armor, and my father used to enjoy that quite a lot. He was his favorite armorer, so we used to go over and try out all the new things that he was creating. And over time, we just, we just got to know each other. He was a good man, if I remember correctly, but I've got this feeling in the pit of my stomach that something went bad. I can't quite remember the details, but I feel like he hurt me. Like there's a pain in my heart, like I've been betrayed. And I can't for the life of me remember why.
It will all be revealed in time, as the memory comes back. And if he hurts you, you can always hurt him back.
You're damn right. I'm not the same girl that they sold to those damn hags. I'm glad to have met you lot. I've learned so much. And she just gives a genuine, grateful smile to you, as she definitely seems like she's picked up a few things after coming here to the Seder Tower.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a different woman now. Since before she was very timid and scared, but now she's more confident and brave.
Yeah, so you guys are having this conversation. Eventually, Gorm comes to check in, as it seems like things are like they're getting on quite well in here. Doesn't seem like there's any danger.
Well, we spoke to Eric. He did confirm, well, everything you said. You remember correctly. You were married. And your father did sell you to the hags. But as he believes and it does add up, the hags had something to do with it. They had some sort of influence on him when he did that. He said that for the life of him, there is no way he would have sold you if he had any other option.
Find that hard to believe. I mean, how do you first force someone to sell their own kin, the people that they love?
have to assume. Well, it can be the dragon blood. I don't remember if it was already in Skakatoker when you were there. Not that I don't remember. I wasn't there. Do you know maybe if it was already there? Because if not, and the hags managed to wipe your memory, it's not that unlikely that they could have done the same to your father.
I've felt the effects of the dragon's blood myself. I don't know exactly where it came from, but I have tasted it, and I know the craving. I also know that it's not something you can't beat. I haven't touched a drop since I got to this damn tower. And if he's so strong, then he wouldn't have chosen some sort of drug over his own daughter.
Well, it's
And that
not only him. Then, from what you can see, the entire village is hooked on it. Perhaps he thought that giving you away is for the greater good, whether it is correct or not. I can't imagine what it is like for the one you're supposed to trust the most to betray you like that. But from what I've experienced in my can't say very long life, a lot of things are possible. We just came in through a tree.
certainly, I mean, I appreciate having my memory jogged. This is a lot to consider, and if I'm honest, I'm not sure I want to go back to that old life. Didn't exactly serve me very well. Here, here I'm safe. I've even learned I could become powerful. I don't care what their reasoning was. I don't think I can ever forgive them for what they did.
Understand that. But do you think you can find it in your heart to help the village itself? Not
That you
sure,
can
yeah.
give me a persuasion.
Ooh.
As you say that, will you consider helping the village? She looks up at you with this change of expression as she says, I I mean, I wouldn't want to abandon them either. But what can I possibly do to help them?
I'm not sure why he sold you. I don't wish to ever experience it or understand it. But he's been looking for you probably ever since he sold you. He offered a lot of riches to whoever finds you. Well, we're not really that interested in that, more in the peace between the villages. That's what we're looking for. But we spoke with the captain of the guard, the head priestess, and well, your husband. And if we bring you back, he will listen to us and he will drop the hex. He will no longer be with them in cahoots. And I have some skills that might be able to concoct something to stop the effects of the dragon's blood. I didn't have the time. We are kind of doing everything as fast as we can here, but will give us time, which is much more important. Which is more important than some people might think.
I'm not sure they're actually married though. Sorry, just to check that. Engaged or were supposed to get married. Am I? So he's not technically
Yeah.
a husband.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were engaged. That was the
Your fiance then.
Yeah.
So the opportunity here is help avert the deal with the hags and the um, so stop the deal with the hags doesn't mean
You can, if everything goes as planned, I don't think he will keep you locked up with the hags gone. And with trades being set up, you can probably visit here and Brodovik more frequently. Of course, I don't know if he will allow you to stay here or if you care what he says. But
All right. If it means that we can free Skakatoker of those damned hags, I'll go back. But I want you to promise me something. Something that, well, Onyx promised me, I think, but they swore that you lot would take those hags down for good. Get rid of this stuff once and for all. Will you reaffirm that promise to me? I'll come back. I'll do what I can to help Skakatoker and smooth things over, but I can't let that dragon's blood stay on those streets.
well,
And I think there's only one way to make sure that it's gone for good. That's killing those fucking hags.
well, I'm not sure if all of us will be actually present there. It will only happen. There is still prep to be done, and we did save a fairly powerful creature called Turg. He's currently working to what's the word? Purifying the swamp from the hags, from their magic. So if we get rid of them, he will have nothing stopping him. So it might take a bit of time, again, as I said, as everything does. But with the hags gone, I believe everyone will thrive and everyone will be better than they were before. I promise.
I'll hold you to that, Gorm. All right. Let me go gather my things.
And she seems to kind of steel herself and then turns to make her way upstairs to go and prepare to leave.
Right. Phew.
yeah, Svenja do the same. Actually, can we chat up Elder and Storm Adventure?
You're gonna cut out. You were speaking.
Ah, fuck. Earphones and things again. I wonder if Svenja will. But I'm wondering if we should ask Elder and Stormseeker if she wants with us for a bit of a squabble.
So yeah, there were two elves that actually walked in with the rest of your group that went and sat down at the table with Kira. And it seemed like those two elves were already companions here, but seeing as the whole group is here, if you guys do want to swap out which elves are joining you, I'm sure you can talk to Kira here and make the change if you want.
Well, Kira is the one in charge, and we are going the more diplomatic route. So I'm not sure how Eldorin will fare. She did, from what I remember, prefer the more combat part of diplomacy.
Yeah, peace through superior firepower. That never
But
works out.
that's not the one we're going for.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to change. Svenja's not going to change that. She will go and get her weapons and things. And let me see in my inventory. Do I have a dagger?
Yeah, I'll tell Eric that he'll come with us. We'll head out soon. She's gathering her things, but she's doing it for Skakatoker. As far as she's
oh.
concerned, what will happen after that, time will tell. But at this point, she's doing it for the people.
Yeah, there is no guarantee that they're going to stay and get engaged. So he has to accept that.
I understand. I will earn her forgiveness the old-fashioned way. Thank you for convincing.
I have convinced her only to help her people. There's nothing in it right now for you. And I can guarantee you that for every drop of blood that she spills when harm comes, or that gets spilled, or any bit of hurt that comes her way, it will be inflicted on you 1,000-fold and everybody in the village.
Oh boy. Does
No.
that require any intimidation?
Yeah, she is
No,
under
it
my
automatically
protection.
succeeds. Yeah, he's automatically intimidated. There, no roll required as he just goes, understood. She seems to have made interesting friends.
Hmm.
And yeah, you can see he definitely looks a bit nervous, but he also just seems like he's happy to have her coming home. Even if it's not back to him, just to know that she's safe. The other two seem to be waiting patiently, but yeah, at this point it is about 6:30 in the evening. And I will say, if any of you needed a short rest, this would have qualified if you do want to take one. I know Trymere might be missing some hit points, but
Yep, I did.
Yeah, I'll tell Eric is speak to your escort. The path from the tree, from door to door is not far, but we're traveling today. It will be the second time we're traveling through, so it might be a bit more dangerous. We'll have to move in as quick as we can from door to door. Covering Isolde on the way.
understood. I suppose we will follow your lead and protect Isolde at all costs. And he looks up as she arrives down at the bottom. We'll say, Svenja, you would have had a chance to go up and get your gear as well. I mean, let me know if there's anything else you wanted to pick up on your way out, but Isolde would join you down there again, Kamala, and be ready to head out with you.
Yeah, I would have liked to give Isolde some. I don't have anything in the inventory. I will travel. She'll mention to Isolde that she's under her protection, and we will look after her. And let's go and see what we can get done. So there's, I mean, for those of you that have, you know Sven, there's over and point where to very much a let's do it action kind of thing, and you can see that sort of glimmer. It's been 6 weeks since she's been out there. She's happy to be back in her. The feel of a spear in her hand, and she's ready to go out. Not to necessarily kill, but that idea of switching from a library rat to a warrior is deeply enticing to her, and you can see that glimmer in her eyes.
All right.
Well, let's head out before it's too late.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll yell to Finway, I think that's his name, and Ariana.
Yeah, Finway.
We are
and Ariana,
moving.
Yes.
I know it's there, I just wasn't sure how to pronounce the name.
Finway is correct because you can hear that in the saga, the one that's good. Vinland Saga.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Go watch it now.
I still have to watch the anime about cooking that Dev told me to watch.
Oh, Delicious Dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like on the last episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
because
one's fun.
right now Gorm is being like the official cook of the party.
Yeah, it's been like that from the fairly beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
both
yeah,
of them
sorry.
would be just saying both of them would be great inspiration for this for this game. Uh, but as everyone's heading out, I think we'll actually take a quick break here, and everyone can just grab coffee, whatever they need, and then we will be back to as you head through the tree.
Yeah, sounds
Perfect.
good.
That's good.
Is anyone else back?
I'm here.
Yep, I'm here.
Up, also here.
I think Carmilla might be 2 more minutes. He said he's hanging close. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
He's back.
Awesome. Do we go through to Yggdrasil?
Yeah, you don't run through to that map because it's a different one. But I'll place your tokens down and move us over in a second. Just
Okay. Dave, just
one
out of
minute.
curiosity, some of the spells on my character sheet does not show in the left menu bar to get me to press E. Not sure what that is about, but I will roll from the character sheet if I need to. It was a curious, weird tech thing. No need to fix. It's a feature, not a bug.
That probably means that they're not prepared. So you can just right click them on your character sheet and prepare them if they are not.
Ah. Yeah. Right. Ah, what do you know? Sorted.
Mikil, did you say you're back as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm back.
I think. Wait, is Carmel here?
Yeah. She says she's back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, there'll be 2 more minutes. I'll just bring your tokens down. Is there, before you guys are actually heading into Yggdrasil again, knowing that it's probably going to be a bit more dangerous this time, is there anything that you're doing to prepare yourselves, or I mean, in particular to defend Isolde? Are you going in a certain formation, anything like that?
Well, I think shields would like flank from the sides.
Oh,
Or
actually, let me.
maybe if you can even make her invisible.
Oh yeah. Actually, let me convert some sorcery points to gain a second level spell slot back. And yeah, you can. Trimer can cast invisibility on her.
I'm thinking. I want to assume everyone except Trymere has shields. Maybe except the elves in general.
I don't have the shield.
Yeah, no, the elves.
Oh, okay. So far, Trimer is like one of the only spellcasters.
Yeah, the elves are not shield bearers, I don't think. Linway might be. I'm not sure. Do you guys have control over their character sheet?
There.
Right now, I have control over. Right now, I have control over Finway. Finway is not a spellcaster.
Yeah, because you guys are going to control them in battle, so we can decide who's taking it.
I see. It says neither of them have a shield.
So Tremor, I will, rather than using a spell slot for that, Svenja will cast invisibility using her lyre just before he goes
Oh,
through.
okay. Oh, okay, you can do it.
I have got one healing potion at the moment. Can we purchase a little bit more before we go through?
I think there is a shop here.
Or steal some.
Yeah. So okay. So Svenja, are you you're gonna concentrate on the invisibility?
Yeah, because it's a magical spell cast by an instrument. I don't think it does. Does it require concentration if it's cast by the lyre?
Yeah, it still requires concentration, even if you're
Okay.
using a magic item.
Yeah, if you're
Or-
using the lyre, it means you're playing a song that is turning them invisible. So as long as you're playing that tune, they stay invisible.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you can cast the invisibility spell using a spell slot and just
And try.
like strum it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trimer can do it. Yeah, it's fine. It's a
Yeah.
concentration 1 hour, and he has a high concentration check.
Okay.
Well, only we cannot see you, but stay in the middle. We will move as fast as we can towards the door.
Or actually, I can. I'll convert more of my first level spell slots. I used my second level spell slots earlier today. Yeah, and he'll cast see invisibility on you, Svenja, since you are her guardian. So see invisibility, so you can see Sven.
Okay.
And yeah.
Uh,
Or hold on, let me.
I'll tell Eric and his escort.
Yeah.
You will watch the right. Me, Carmilla, and Mikil. Yeah, that's the name. Forgot. We'll watch our left. Svenja will lead from the front, and well, the elves cover our back, sort of like a turtle.
Oh, yeah.
Tetsudo.
Tremere,
Oh, yeah, and-
how many spell slots do you have?
Oh, I'm converting sorcery points. I'm converting my first level. spell
Trymia
slots
has
into
all the
sorcery.
spell slots.
Okay. Right now. Right now I have 2 first level, 2 third level, 1 fourth level.
I would suggest keep them.
Yep. I do have sorcery points, so it's fine.
Okay. So she will activate Tyr's protective aura from the helmet. I'm assuming that still works. So everybody gets a +1 to armor class and saving throws, and you can sense the location of any invisible hostile creatures whilst we're walking through there. Right.
We're
What else?
still on the
We're still on the world Seer Tower map on the outside. The game is paused for us.
Yeah. Just
Sounds
prepping.
good. It looks like no one else is connected. I'm just going to refresh so I can move
Okay.
it over. Okay, yeah. So you can. Who is controlling Ariana?
Oh, controller.
Okay. You want us to go through to Yggdrasil?
No, we will move us.
No, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's
just-
right. You're going to put us in a different room.
Refresh. Sorry, I just had to refresh. I should be able to pull you onto the map in a second.
Who else needs protection, mirror image, or something on there? Been a while. Since we
sorry, of course now it's taking forever to load, but you'll have a moment to arrange yourselves into those positions that, as you were just saying, and then we will begin.
Are you guys on a different map than the?
It didn't move us yet.
Ah, fair.
Right now, we're just outside the tower.
Give me 1 minute.
Yeah.
So as you all step through the doorway back into that same tree, you step out and not seemingly onto the same patch of land that you were on before. As you look around, you don't see any more of those doorways, but you see the roots of this tree in front of you. It seems like you're still standing on that ground, but as you look around, the trees and the branches seem to have shifted, and you see as the branches lead up higher above you, they are just covered in these worms that are walking around and like chewing on the bark. And you can hear a small voice in the distance just going, oh fuck, this is not gonna be good. Oh. And other than that, you can move yourselves into position, and then yeah, can everyone see?
Yeah.
So
So do you have control over Ariana the Acorn?
I do not. I do want to try something. Can I use my
Oh.
eye? And because I have the upgrade, which lets me look very far once I find it. Can I try to see like spot? I believe it's Mimir that's speaking. Can I like try to look up the tree and try to spot him, or the door that will lead us back to Skakatokar?
I think
Yeah,
it's Ratatosk
absolutely.
speaking. I see him far up north, northeast in the map.
Yeah, but you can still give me a perception check to see. As yes, Svenja, you do notice that Ratatoska is sitting up on one of those lampposts, and that voice does seem to be coming from him.
I will also see them then. I'll just have to activate the eye again.
Oh, crap.
Lets me see through the ethereal plane. And
Oh, I have advantage on perception checks. So let's roll again.
yep, and I. Oh damn!
That-
Damn it!
Fuck.
I have to see
Yeah,
invisibility helps because see invisibility also helps look into the ethereal plane as well.
I'm sorry. It does
Oh
what?
no, the spell see invisibility helps not only see invisible creatures but see through the ethereal plane as well.
Can you post that?
Okay, yep. Let me. I can do it again. Okay, wait. One moment. Okay, there it is. See invisibility.
they will look ghostly and translucent, things on the ethereal plane. You won't see them normally.
Yep. You can see it through a plane and appear ghostly and translucent.
Okay, so actually, yeah, you would see then with this up, you would actually see twice as many branches on this tree as you can kind of see. Many of the branches seem to just fade between the planes, and you can definitely see that there are more routes to walk on. You will be able to see them as you progress. Right now, they are still represented by what you can see on the map, but you can see that there are paths around these routes that seem to stretch into the ethereal plane. And Gorm, with your eye specifically, you can also see that, but you can see as you look out. Did you actually give me a perception?
I rolled a 12, not very high.
So with a 12, you can tell that you are not all the way at the bottom, but you can see, you look up to the top of this tree. As I mean, you can't quite see the top. This thing is so massive, but you do see that there are pathways that it seems to lead towards. Like at the top of the tree, there seems to be like there is some sort of a portal there, and you're pretty sure that if you go higher up the tree, you should be able to get to where those doors are again. You seem to have just kind of joined a few levels too low that you've entered the tree on. So it definitely seems like there is an exit to the top. You could go further down, but you know that there's nothing good down there. So
So
if you want to try,
where is it about? Like the exit? If I see it, like top right of the huge branch, or
and not on this map. It would be off the top of
okay.
this map. So
So essentially, I need to reach the top.
Yeah.
you need to climb the tree, and you'll need to do so along these branches. But you will also know that in this realm, magic works a little bit differently. It is not quite that easy to traverse. But you do know that there are some people that might be able to help you figure that out. One of them being Ratatoska, who you've seen up there, but you think you can sense Mimir a few levels up, where you were hoping to come out.
Should I like wave to Ratatoska and try to get his attention without attracting the lindworms?
You sort of wave, but he seems to have his attention down towards the left, where he's just like putting up his hands, like he seems to be in an argument, and then he does notice you out the corner of his eye, and you see him put both hands on his head, like he's either frustrated or relieved. It's hard to tell from this distance, but he waves back at you and gestures for you to come over. He tries to beckon you towards him, and he seems to be panicking.
Okay.
Tell
That's
the group,
considered.
just wait here for a second.
Wait. Oh, what?
So climb up to him. He's here, right?
He's
Here, I can't see him.
telling everyone. No, he's further up. You guys are gonna have to climb some of the tree. He's in the distance, but
Oh,
I mean this tree is massive, the size of but he is over.
oh, okay, yeah, I see him now. Yeah, we might want to at least attempt sneaking, which I know not all of us are good at. Anyone has any magic that might help?
So we're all moving along, moving forward.
We have no other choice.
All right.
But Toskar is telling me to move closer. So we will have to sneak around as much as we can. And yeah, hopefully they will remain focused on the tree itself and not at us. Let's get going.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Alright, DM. Are we rolling stealth?
Can anyone do anything
Yeah,
to
you
help
have
us?
to- I'm
I
waiting
think
for you
I-
to say what you're doing before I ask you for a roll. So
Okay.
you can roll stealth checks when you're ready, but you need to tell me what you're doing. It's not just stealth check and you win. So yeah, as Gorm says, are there any things that you're able to do to make yourselves sneakier, or how are you guys trying to sneak up the tree?
Well, Mikkel's definitely
Uh,
gonna activate his Ring of the Hunt, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to sneak at all. Although it's only for a minute, so after rubbing the ring or what we do, I'm gonna try and sneak up to Gorm.
Gorm is not good at sneaking. You'll.
Neither am I.
No, no.
Okay, I'm gonna flash of genius myself.
So I believe we're sneaking up towards Ratatoskar.
Yeah. Trymir is just following along with the group.
Svenja has cast invisibility on her, and she's being sneaky.
Okay,
Mhm.
so the other two that are with Isolde are they both rolled really well, but Eric got a nat 1. So you
Oh shit.
do hear his heavy armor that he's so proud of is making a hell of a noise as he's sort of slinking behind you, but they do follow along.
Okay. Now the rest of us can roll.
Does invisibility give you advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a 14 for Svenja.
And I have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh damn it.
That's not good at all. I'm 12.
Yeah. So both Trymir and Eric are lacking.
Okay, so we've essentially we've got 3 successes and 4
They
failures.
rolled for the elf as well.
Yeah, you can. I'll say in this moment though, it doesn't really seem to matter. The worm up here at the top turns its head and looks at you. It hears some commotion, and you see it is definitely looking at you, and just eyeing you out. It doesn't seem to like attack immediately or anything like that, but it is definitely aware of your presence.
Okay. Let's
Can
just
I-
move along.
Can I make a check? I'll assume. Can I make a check to figure out if they're like some sort of beasts by any chance? Or they're like
You can make a nature
aberrate?
check.
Nature, okay.
Are you attacking them, Nathan?
Svenja,
Sorry, say again?
you attacking?
Are you attacking?
No. Sorry, that was a mistake.
17
Okay, no.
nature.
17. 17, you know that these are lindworms. These are among the primary worms that would feed on these roots. You know that they are pretty common to see around here, and that they are, although these are pretty huge, these ones, they could be aggressive, but these ones don't seem strong enough to really attack your whole group. Like the fact that you're moving in a group, they would probably swarm you to the point that it looks like a lindworm minion. Mechanically
Okay.
speak.
Yeah, I'll just tell the party. Okay. They are not grown yet, so just stay as a group. Don't harm the tree because it probably will force a reaction, and
Yeah.
just keep moving together. They know we're here, but as long
Yes.
as we stay together, they will most likely keep chewing the tree tail.
Yeah.
And I did want to roll the nature check to know if speak with animals would work on them. It should have been an Arcana then instead. I just wanted to see if I know if they're beasts or not, to know if the spell works.
Oh, right. They are not technically beasts. They are technically dragons.
Okay,
But,
then
you, you're pretty sure these things are not smart enough to communicate. Like it's not an
Yeah.
intelligent dragon. It is a dragon creature.
That's fair enough. So yeah,
Okay.
just stay together, slowly move up.
Yeah. Out of a character, I can imagine kind of like we gotta stick together so that we look like a big animal, so they ignore us. That's what I'm thinking.
That's essentially it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So you guys make your way up the top of this route towards Ratatoska, giving the impression that you are one large serpent of mortal.
That's the plan.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll say you can move up there to that first lighthouse without any issue. They don't seem to attack.
Here,
Yeah, like you can pretty much get most of the way. They seem aware of you, but they don't seem to be attacking the way that you're moving.
okay.
Okay.
I think we might need to shift our position here a bit, more of a 2 lines. Like that. Doing the conga as we move.
Yeah. You see that one that's sort of scratching on the statue as it looks at you over its shoulder. But as long as you guys are just moving normally, they don't seem to be reacting to you. So you can lead the way towards Ratatoska there, as he looks quite relieved when he sees you approaching. Oh God, what the hell are you lot doing here?
Looking for the doors. They are way up there. We use the rune again to travel. We know the risk, but we have no other choice.
Brought you down here. Oh, that's not good at all. I think there's one of the big ones that's gotten loose. I wouldn't stick around here if I were you. It's, I think it's angry, and he seems to be looking down towards this one over here, but just like in that direction.
Or
The cheerful one.
Yeah, you see that one is like rolling on its back and just seems like a puppy that is like, or like a cat that's just had some catnip. It's just rolling on its back and chewing on the bark of the branch. But Ratatoska seems afraid when he's pointing towards it.
Okay.
yeah. Let's listen to Ratatoska. Let's go.
Slowly moving around.
You lot don't think you could help me? I mean, seeing as you're here, I could guide you across the tree, but it looks like you've actually got quite a strapping group over here. Maybe you'd be able to help me put this beast back in its place.
Hmm.
Would it cause all the other ones to attack?
Well, it might. I'm not gonna lie. That if that beast is as angry as I think, they'll probably take its side. That's all right. These ones are becoming a bit of an infestation anyway. Don't think they'll prove too much of a threat. It's the big one that I'm worried about. Oh shite!
Hmm.
Do you feel that? And all of you can give me a perception check again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perception.
don't have to worry about doing it for the elves and that. just for you.
Ah, damn.
Oh wow.
Hey, Gorm and Carmilla. And Mikkel.
And Meek, the three of you would would notice for different reasons. I feel like you've got different skills, but you would all notice that the tree is shaking slightly. You kind of feel it rumbling under your feet, and you'll notice like leaves being shaken loose as it it feels like there's something moving, like it might be the actual roots itself, but for the three of you, you can tell that it is, or especially Gorman Carmilla, you can tell that it is something else moving underneath you and is pushing the uh, the roots up by moving underneath.
I think there is only one creature that moves through the tree like that.
What the hell creature is that? Eric says, like looking around at this massive lindworm. I mean, these are huge creatures. As much as it's acting like a cat, he's like got his hand on his sword and is looking at it in quite, yeah, looking quite surprised.
Is it Nidhogg by any chance?
Oh, it's still one of the wee ones, but some of them have been getting a little bigger than usual. Don't worry, it's not the big mama, but trust me, it'll put up a challenge. I don't think we've got long. Maybe you
And
want to get yourself
and
ready. Either get
and
yourself
we
ready, get the hell out of here.
Sorry, you talked together, so I didn't get everything you said.
go ahead, DM. What were you saying?
Ratatoska says, either get yourselves ready or get the hell out of here. I don't think we've got long.
I'll just motion for the group to continue moving. Sorry about Tusker, I don't think we can help you if it's coming right here. I don't think we have time. But next time.
But still, we got a lot of help though.
Well, do we? Yeah. So do we? So what are we saying? We don't have time to help big because
If-
something bigger is coming from below.
Correct. And he's telling us to either get ready or run. And I believe we should move. And I apologize to him that we cannot help him at this point.
Oh, yeah. This is going to come back and bite us. We sorry, dude. Well, she's invisible, so she's not going to talk right now.
Oh, don't worry, I won't hold it against you. But seriously, if you're gonna go, go now. I think it's.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
shite. And you
Okay.
see his eyes widen as Eric and the others start running. But you will
Yep.
see just to the left of you. Pause it here just as the thing reveals itself. But as you see in that open patch to the left, you will see it suddenly erupt, and a massive creature, like this worm-like creature. It is
Oh gosh.
literally a purple worm that would be referred to as a Nidhogg, but you see a purple worm breaking its way through these roots and just roaring as it stands up and seems to be crawling its way higher and higher. And the rest of these lindworms immediately start screeching as this thing appears, as they all go onto this high alert. And I'm going to ask everyone to roll for initiative. Now, you have decided to run, so this is more of a chase scene. Don't feel compelled to stay and fight, but we are going to move in initiative order while you are at least so close to these creatures.
think that's the highest I ever rolled. So the creatures around us are like aggressive now because of it.
Yeah, they seem like they are all screeching at the big one, but the roar that it's letting out, they seem to be communicating on some level, and it seems to be freaking them out. They seem to be like wild animals that have just been startled.
Okay, then I'll say just keep moving. As long as because I don't think fighting it will be
It will be easy.
You already died once, you want to die again?
Witness me!
Right, nice.
just gonna-
High initiatives all around.
So again, Bjorn are going to go on the same initiative, but then the other elves can just go on the end of the turn of whoever's controlling them, just so that we don't flood this
Okay.
initiative.
Yep.
It's Svenja,
Okay.
it looks like we still. Oh no, is that everyone roll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
So, as you all start charging, the one that was on its back is going to take a bite at Finway as it leaves. It's going to, well, it's actually going to try and just grab him like he's a toy. It's going to attempt to constrict him.
Oh
Just double
no.
check. Yeah. So the constrict on this one works a little bit differently. It's not. The constrict grapples. It doesn't. It isn't like it has to be on a grappled creature. But an 11 is going to miss Finway as the others all start freaking out, and you are going to see them moving a little bit, moving towards the worm, and thereby towards you. Okay. These things are quite fast. You see them slithering their way up the branches, and they seem to now be like screeching towards the beast in some sort of unison, like they look almost like cultists worshipping the giant worm. And we go next in the initiative. Oh,
Yep.
okay, so Carmilla, we kick things off with you as you see these beasts starting to swarm around you and a massive worm to your left. What are you going to do?
What am I gonna do?
I mean, this is just a chase, so
I'm gonna strike the worm.
oh what the
Okay.
Well, arrow just pings off of one of the scales.
You were not engaged with it, right?
Not yet. That at least hurt it. Okay.
Yeah, that arrow does seem to hurt it as it kind of screeches and then moves it a little bit, just coiling in your direction.
Are we moving like underneath this big branch or climbing up?
You can go either or. If you are going underneath, just say so. But I would appreciate if you just move on what we can see because the map isn't that advanced.
Yeah, just to let you know from up and down, up or down.
I'm fine.
You can technically get underneath there, but I will say that it won't cost you extra movement to climb to the top.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Hey, Svenja, we go to you.
I think she's just going to belt it. We're going directly north, right?
Yeah.
So, and bonus action dash. And that's my turn. How do I say to the I need to be retrained here.
At top right, the
Uh,
combat encounter, and at the bottom you have end turn. The
Or
sword
if you've
symbol at
got
the top
your-
right.
If you have the combat carousel up, there's also a little arrow to the right when you hover over it. And if that isn't displaying, there's a little drop box on the bottom left of your menu that should be for combat
Yeah,
carousel.
found something.
Yep, that works. Gorm, we'll go to you. As you're not entirely sure where the invisible people are. Oh no, you can still see them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, let's see. Bonus action, all reliable. Kill face. There we go. And bonus action, an action dash. Right here. And I'll tell the others to move and don't attack. Like try to like dodge them. And especially not the giant worm. And then I'll move Ariana as well. Right here. That's me.
Okay. I'm going to move Isolde on Eric's turn just for simplicity. But they are going to listen to you and chase in your direction, trying to get past that Lindworm. And then dash it. So they're trying to get around it. But going as fast as they can. As Trymere, we go to.
Okay. Okay. All right. Trymere is going to. So is this worm within at least 30 feet of Trymere from this distance? Or no?
Yeah. You can,
Oh,
if you
okay.
hold down control, you can see your. You can use a ruler.
Oh, okay.
And if
Yeah.
you hover over it, you can see the hitbox. If the hitbox is within 30 feet, you can hit it.
Oh, okay. Oop, how do I? Okay. So what Trymer's gonna do is that he's gonna use first level spell. He's gonna cast command. So cast spell. And, oh, he just fails. Yes. Phew. And the one command word that that Trymer will say, he will say retreat, and then on the worm's turn, it must use its entire action to follow the command, the one word command.
Okay, so you can give me an Arcana check in this moment as you issue this command and try to see if this thing is going to listen to what you're saying.
Hey, come on, Arcana. Oh no!
So yeah, you're pretty sure you have commanded this thing, and it must listen to your every word, every person you've ever tried this on. It may have worked. Things that can understand you generally.
Ooh. I hope
Uh,
it does, at least. I hope. And then, yeah, so he has 15 feet of movement left, so he's gonna move 15 feet there. And then,
You also have Finway.
yeah, Finway is gonna move. He's gonna move 60 feet. 60 feet. Yep. Just running along there. Yep. And that is Trima's turn.
okay. Then the other two. Oh, sorry. Next step. Oh, it is still. You still have Fenway. Have you moved?
Yeah,
Oh
if you,
yeah,
if you move them.
yeah. I
Oh.
use his he action to dash to run.
Sorry, I missed that part. But yeah, the other two are then going to continue on as well. They run up to the others. However, the one is going to. Yeah, he is going to. It's going to slice through one of the lindworms as he goes because it is in their way. Yeah, and you see one of the lindworms just getting pushed off to the side as he slices through it and keeps running. And Mikil, we go to you.
I like Gorm's idea, so I think I'm gonna steal it. It's mine now.
No.
No, yeah. So first, Shield of Faith on myself,
No, that's fine.
and then I'll take an action to dash and just get away. That's the rest of us, and then that'll be my turn. Cool.
Okay. Taking us to the purple worm, who has now been hit by an arrow from Camilla and has been commanded by Trymere to retreat. However, the purple worm knows no languages.
Oh no!
Its intelligence is abysmal. So it is, as you shout at it, Trymere, you're pretty sure the spell has taken hold. And as you're running up the tree, you look behind, and this thing is just turning in your direction. It is not retreating. It is
Oh
moving.
no!
And as it does,
Oh
one
no!
with its sharp, let's see, it's going to make 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its stinger. So it is going to try and bite Trymere, and the tail stinger that come up. Target Trymere. The thing's too big to actually target properly. Targeting not working. What the hell? Okay, here we go. Bye. There's a 17 to hit you, Trymere. How was your AC
This-
so high?
Oh, because I took the unarmored defense like feature that you had, one of the martial feats on the list where I get to increase the ability score by 1, and my AC becomes 11 plus that ability score plus Dex mod. So, and I have a cloak of protection, so that's why I have such a high AC.
Okay, Carmilla, an 18 hits you.
I wonder what this is. Ah, ignore that thing.
Is Camilla doing anything? Because if not, I'll use a reaction.
No, I just didn't know what that feature was. So I just wanted to know what it was.
Use Blood Curse of the Isles. And the roll, it will reduce these to hit score. So -6 to the attack roll.
Oh, okay, that will turn it into a miss. As you manage to redirect this creature, and Trymere manages to avoid getting eaten by. And with that, it lets out a horrible screech, and the rest of the lindworms are now going to be hostile towards you completely. So, as we go to the start of our turn, quick time check. What is?
Yeah, it's almost over. Should we maybe stop here?
I don't mind
think-
stopping here.
I can't find what is the time.
It's
How almost?
5 minutes left.
5
for the thing.
minutes.
Yeah. So here is a good time for me to stop as well, I must say.
Yeah, right now it's been almost 3.5 hours. Right now it's been 3 hours and 24 minutes. 26 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we will end things there as the other lindworms now seem to become aggressive towards you. The purple worm is curling its way up the tree, trying to seemingly chase you, and everyone is booking it as quickly as they can to try and climb this tree and get the hell off of Yggdrasil. We will see you again next week to complete that, and yeah, thank you all for the game.
Yep.
Yep, and welcome back, Sven. Yes, welcome back. Glad to have you.